far as today's topic is concerned, I decided this topic due to some reason. Recently, in last 6 months, I think I met at least 7 or 8 new aspirant in anesthesia who came to me, and everyone was talking about less emergencies, work-life balance, and now this work-life balance is somehow become a very big buzzword in our society. Everyone is talk that I want a lot of work-life balance and I want life to be spent in such a way. Nothing wrong in that. But when I tried to think on this topic deeply, I thought, is there something which we are not thinking rightly in this direction? Suppose Sachin Tendulkar would have talked about work-life balance in his career. Is it imaginable to have a Sachin Tendulkar like batsman or records at this stage? And most of the people, when I talk about work-life balance, they means that certain kind of work, a duration of work in a day, maybe for 3, 4 hours or 8 hours, and remaining they wanted to spend it either family or as per their whatever expectation or as per their own way they wanted to spend, and nothing actually wrong in that. But the problem is that when you demarcate your work from life, then it is a problem for us, because integration of your work and life is very, very important. Work is the integral part of life, and I think you should not demarcate your work from life, and rather you should cultivate all your life values, all your thinking into the work. You should put all these positive efforts into the work and make it more enriching journey and more satisfying journey. So integrating your life values into work, and rather than talking about work life balance, doing both things harmoniously, it should be the aim. Harmony is about creating a rhythm that allows for growth in your career, as well as you are want to fulfill your personal life without distracting from another. And this is the harmony. Once you can, if you are able to set this harmony between your work and life, then the results are astonishing, or you can achieve anything. I will tell you one beautiful story. There was a one temple construction going on, and somebody was passing through that construction site. He just entered inside and he asked one of the fellow who was working there, what you are doing. He was a bit irritated. He told that person, don't you see there is a terrible heat, no shade. Employer is trying to exploit me and till I am doing my job. And his reaction was very much negative. He went further and he asked another fellow, what you are doing? He said, oh man, I'm trying to justify my payment, doing my 8 hour duty, passing one more day of my life. It's like a mediocre person's reaction. When he went further, he asked this man, what you are doing? And he said, I'm carving the stone for the temple, and it will be my best gift for noble work. This is the real work-life balance or synchrony, means he is putting his personal values into his work, and he is enjoying his work as well as his life, and this is how it should go. So why there is so much of disharmony in profession? Actually, all of us strive very hard to get a seat in MBBS, strive very hard to get post graduation in whatever field we are working. But now work is considered as a mental weight or a stress. When you are not happy to go to work and do it, people are not happy with their job, with their branch in which they are working, and there is always some complaint, compare, and competition. All this is creating unnecessary stress. People are reluctant to do emergency work. You are working in a profession which is there will be emergencies, and still you don't want to do emergency, and they are unwilling to work or unwilling to take that stress. And this is very, very surprising things are occurring in our field. Now, what is the source of this harmony? And this source of harmony at whichever places you work, what I have observed, those who are in working in the best possible hospital, still they complain about the environment, about the infrastructure, about the things that are there. And those who are working at periphery, means solo practitioner and all, they still complain about their work. Similarly, there have been complaints about their colleagues, complaints about payment structures, working hours, even branch. I recently met one guy who was first in his postgraduate examination and he's opted orthopedics by choice. But now he is complaining about that orthopedics branch. There is a lack of commitment. On the top of that, there is a family expectations are increasing, means people are comparing the income. Suppose some guy from software industry, he usually has got a Saturday, Sunday off. But as a doctor, you don't have that luxury to get off on Saturday, Sunday, and family expects or family compares. And again, it starts, there is a source of disharmony when you come across such kinds of situation. So frankly, there is some of unsatisfaction, anxiety, and depression, which is exponentially increasing the mental health problem. And as per one survey, it is found that the 80% of the thought normal human being doing, they are almost negative, and 95% times they are repeating, and which is leading to all this mental health problem. Now, why we are missing this balance? Because working hard for something we don't care about is will always generate stress. But if you start working hard for something we love, it is called as a passion. And we are in a stage right now, we are really a blessed people because we are already in a stage where we have got adequate money, we have got adequate time, we have got adequate freedom. Still we are complaining, still we are dissatisfied, still we are taking a lot of stress of that, still we are anxious about the thing. Rather than trying to fix this with certain ways, we are trying to find out something different solutions like that of work-life balance and all those things. What should be the goal of human life? Is it the money? Of course, money is important. Unless you have good amount of money, your life will not be good. Is it a position? Is it a knowledge or skill? We all strive hard to achieve knowledge and skill, and then probably position, money, and power. But is it the ultimate goal of human life? The ultimate goal of human life is fulfilling and joyful life. At the end of the day, I should feel that I'm enriched with my experience. I'm enriched with my day, whatever way it has gone. I should be joyful at the end of the day, and that should be the our aim of life. As per our Vedanta, as per our Mahabharata, they also told us there are four goals of human life. One is primary goal is moksha or liberation or the ecstasy or happiness, joyfulness. And secondary goal is artha, kama means pleasure and dharma. When you follow these steps with dharma, with certain sets of rules by the society, and if you can get a life happiness, this is the ultimate goal. What we call it the Satchitanand, real happiness. When you get, you are happy in any kind of situation, whether it is a troublesome situation, whether it is a stressful situation, you are happy and you are giving your best for your society, you are giving your best for your patient, and that is the real goal of human life. But in reality, it is not happening because we have got a not very clear goal of life. Against, we have in a mad chase, we have in a rat race that we are going behind something which we don't know. These are the few very interesting terms nowadays are coined, like FOMO, fear of missing out. There is always fear that I'm missing out something. Fear of better options. Suppose you bought a new car, still you think my option is right or wrong, because this is a fear of better option. Too much desire to know everything. But what you are going to do with this data, don't know. But you have got inner desire to know so many things, dissatisfaction about many things, and trying to find out some unrealistic pleasure means you, when you are not have internal pleasure or happiness, you try to find out the pleasure with certain things, maybe like alcohol, maybe like other things, and you want that kick for that pleasure, or what is called as a YOLO. You only live once, means you spend thousands of rupees in all these things to get that pleasure, but you're internally you are unhappy, and all that is leading to depression, anger, anxiety, and psychiatric disorders. Now, if problem is such, now how to balance your professional and personal life so that you will be joyful, you will be harmonious at both the end. Disclaimer, to be very frank, I don't know the answer, but let us try to find out the answer. And if you have got an answer or if you have got a new insight about it, it's always welcome. And I request you to tell me. And also, let me tell you, I'm not expert and I also suffer from all these things. So I'm not exposed to give you advice on this. But probably I want to suggest few solutions which might help to balance this professional and personal life. First is focus and work and life harmony and not just try to balance it. Means don't demarcate that I will spend so much of time for professional and remaining time for life, and profession is as a stress. Rather take it as a challenge, take it as a good thing that you are putting your life values into your professional. Inculcate your life values, maybe truthfulness, maybe your intelligence, maybe your skill into your professional work. Take additional effort to synchronize life as well as professional life. If there is a problem in your professional life, your life will not be harmonious. If there is a problem in your personal life, your professional life will not be harmonious. This is very sure. So try to balance or synchronize both, and especially try to groom into a peaceful and happy life. Now, how we can do that? There are few things. It is out of context to discuss all the things, but few basic things that you must do as your physical well-being is very, very important. Even if you have got a slightest problem, it is always disturbing to your professional as well as personal life. So always concentrate on yourself. Do all kinds of exercise. Means exercise should not be only a flexibility, only a this, but it should be a combination of aerobic, strength training, and flexibility. Always, as a doctor, I must not tell you all these things, but just to complete the list, nutrition should be a balanced diet, hydration, and minimum processed food. Rather than always concentrating on quantity of sleep, 8 hours sleep, 10 hours sleep, try to concentrate on quality of sleep. You should have a deep sleep of at least 4 to 6 hours, and that is adequate sleep for personal well-being. Always go with personal health checkup and addiction. Apart from physical health, mental and emotional health plays the most vital important role in when you want to bring harmony into your personal and professional life. Now, how to identify that my mental health is not good? When you get up in the morning after 6 to 8 hours of sleep, if you don't feel energetic, means there is some problem. On the Monday morning, if you don't want to go for work, I think there is some problem. So try to be always have a very positive thinking. There will be so much negativity in the world. If you start news, there will be a lot of negativity. If you talk with the people, there will be a negativity, but you should be positive in your approach. Always show gratitude towards whatever God has given to us, whoever is helping us. This itself, it is not for others, but for your mental health, it is very helpful to show gratitudes towards others. Avoid energy vampire. This means avoid negative people. There will be a lot of unfortunately negative people around you. They will always show, if suppose you are working at some place, they will show 10 things that this place is not good to work. Or if you are doing something, they will show you that what are the disadvantage of doing all these things. But try to avoid these negative people. Then engage in some kind of hobbies. Try to actively calm your mind, maybe by meditation or maybe by whatever method you use. Accept imperfections in others, and even self-acceptance is also equally important. There will be limitations. I am not 100% perfect person. Once you accept that, automatically your mental stress level comes down. You become peaceful at your mind. Always try to be Mr. Truthful. There are three personality in each human being. One personality is with the others, which unknown persons, or at work, what I am behaving with this person, maybe more humbly, more courteous. But when I come across my spouse, my children, I might be a bit rude. This is second personality, or my whole approach is changed. And the third is nude personality, which is known only to you. Means whether you are cheating, whether you are doing good work, whether you are doing bad work, whether you are mentally stressed, whatever it may be, that is the nude personality that you have. Whenever there is a difference between first personality and third personality, it is always causes a lot of stress. If you keep your first personality and third personality more or less similar, it is your stress-free life. Now, social health. is very, very important. Social health is like building relations with other. It helps you to deal with the conflict appropriately. It helps you to connect with the positive social network. It helps you to give a positive feedback. It gives you a lot of help in your social angle. Apart from that, there should be a healthy relationship. There should be someone who should directly tell you that this and that thing is going wrong in you. You are doing some wrong things in this case. So some or the other person should be there who should point out you your fallacies, whatever wrong things you are doing. Try to stop judging the people or blaming them. Try to accept the people. Then due to this mobile area, we have somehow lost the skill of active listening. Whatever some person is telling to you, try to listen it carefully. Try to meaning underline whatever he's saying, what he actually wanted to say. And for that, you really require empathy and compassion. And always try to support and appreciate other. If your team is good, if the person who is working with you is equally good, or then it is always joy to work with such people and try to appreciate them at proper level so that it will make your life better. And involve in some social, my personally I will share my experience whenever I do work for Snehsawli. It is always a very enriching experience. It is a very peaceful experience for me. When you involve in some social cause, it is always reduces your stress and improves your contentment. Lastly, about spiritual path, there is a lot of clutter, a lot of noise outside, but you must sit down and try to listen the inner voice that you have. Now, how it will help? It will give more meaning and purpose to your life. It will give inner strength and peace to you. It will increase your faith towards humanity. It is increase your confidence. I think it is a spiritual journey, is not so much journey of discovery, rather it is a journey of recovery. It is a journey of uncovering your own inner nature, and which is already there. Means you have got a lot of potential. As per our Vedanta, as per our Mahabharata, it is Aham Brahmasmi. I am absolute. I have got a lot of potential, but you have to find out that potential. You have to take out that potential, and with that potential, you have to behave in a society. You have to do your job, and you will get the best possible if you can understand or if you can realize this potential among yourself. I was talking about balancing your personal life. Now, how to balance your professional life? Take keen interest in whatever you are doing. Maybe it's simple putting intracath, giving any anesthesia, or whatever job you are doing. Try to take a keen interest and always work for a bigger cause. Don't think that I am working for such and such hospital. I am working for Ozone. When you think that I'm working for this patient, I wanted to give a painless experience of surgery to this patient, automatically your narrative change and your reaction towards work is change. Always try to learn new things. Learning new things is always a very enriching experience. It's a very good experience for all of you. And apply all your values, whatever we have discussed, values of your life into your profession. Then only you will able to balance your profession and understand the limitations of profession. Suppose you are working in ozone, there are limitations of ozone because you are working as a team there. It's not a solo practitioner. I cannot say that I will not go for this call because I don't have a mood or I don't have a energy to go today, because group has committed for that call. So understand the limitation of profession where you are working, and as soon as you understand these limitations of profession, you expect these things, your stress level automatically comes down. So balancing your professional life is not something you find, it's something that you have to create on your. And most people chase success at work thinking that that will make them happy, but truth is that happiness at work will make you more successful. So working happily in whatever scenario or whatever environment will automatically you will be successful. Mind has got the three very powerful tools. How we are differentiated from animals? Because animals don't have a memory and imagination. God has offered this brain which we have, this evolved brain. It has got a memory and imagination. But what we are doing, we are using memory, or we are trying to bring out that bad memory, and we are creating using imagination and creating a bad pictures. We are creating a bad reels. We are creating a horror movies with this. And what ultimately it is bringing stress on us. So use these best tools of mind, of memory and imagination for your own self, for your development, not for all these things. Don't create monster out of small things. Rather, always try to be connect with the present, connect with the scenario which you are working. 5,000 years ago, Gautam Buddha has told, do not dwell in the past, do not dream of the future, concentrate your mind on present moment. And as soon as you start concentrating your mind on a present moment, many problems get solved. So contentment is the foundation of true happiness, and it is accepting and embracing the present moment as it is. Once you start accepting and embracing the present moment, once you are putting your mind and energy into present moment, automatically you become more joyful, you become more fulfilling. So I wish all of you a very fulfilling and joyful life ahead. And ultimately, the real aim of life is happiness, joyfulness. Thank you very much.